listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to Upptalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say Upptalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Able to see my screen, guys? Yes, this is a complete pass CPM and PVOA installation. Whenever you are doing the PVOA installation and CPM installation, we need to install first PVOA after installation of the Vault. This is the second component which we are going to install. See here the password Vault Web Access. PVO must be installed first after the digital Vault. This is the mandatory field. The PVOA enables both end users and administrators to access the manager privilege accounts. See the component. Communication between CPM and PVOA always exceeds the information. However, all the communication is done through the Vault. Whatever the communication is done through Vault only, but it is exchanging the communication between PVOA and CPM. See, this is the Vault. If you are logging, Vault administration is logging and giving some info here. And it will go to the CPM, and CPM is changing the password into the target user. And same thing, it will update to the Vault. All it will happen through the 1858 through internal communication only. While doing the PVOA installation, we have to do some pre-recovers at the same time installation, then post-installation task and hardening. There are the 4 steps. The pre-installation, pre-install task. What we need to review the requirement. What are the requirements which we require and close all applications and log run the pre-request script. There are the 4 steps. One is the pre-installation task. Installation and post-install task hardening. First, we need to check the pre-install task. Run the pre-request script. Once we run that, then we can start doing the installation. Once we done the start installation, then we need to check the post-installation task. What and all that? Check the installation log files whether log files is created or not, and check user permissions on the web server. Add recessions to the credential files and set apt through fitting and hardening. Once all these things done, then we need to do the hardening. Run the hardening script. We have a hardening script also. We just run that and apply the post-hardening configurations. Hardening server is in the domain environment or not only perform this task if the PVOA server is part of domain. The mandatory task is here. Pre-install task and installation and post-installation. These are the 3 mandatory tasks. Hardening part we will do later, but you can learn that. How to do hardening steps and all those things. You can learn and it will be helpful to you while doing the project. But as of now, you can check what are the creates pre-installation task and installation task and post-installation task. For each component, we are doing hardening. We will do the hardening. But these 3 is very important compared to hardening. Hardening is just script. We can run that and it will automatically do the hardening. Nothing we are doing. In the pre-recreates and hardening, we have scripts. We can run it. That's it. While doing the installation, that time we require some SL certification. If you are doing the PVOA, we need to check that whether Windows operating system what is required. Here we required 2012 and above. It will support. If it is on Windows 2012, it will not support. R2 and above, it will support. Nanitwork it must be installed. I think it will do automatically the pre-recreate script. Password web access can be installed on the virtual host, such as the VM Hyper, whatever we require. We can install that. That's not an issue. This is the story about how we can copy all the necessary files and save them into local drive and paste them into the script. What exactly the pre-recreates will do? The script will install the Microsoft Internet Information Services IS application. Because PVA is a web console, we require web URL. We are connecting through ISS services for this PVOA. Install the PVOA component software and implementing the hardening processes on the component servers. This script will do these things and more information. We can read, but the PVOA prerequisites script automates and performs the following tasks. These are the tasks which is going to perform. We should know what backend is going on. We don't go blindly. They are just giving the prerequisites. We are running. That will work. That is good. But we should understand what was going on backend. What is going on backend? Correct, right? Because if you know the backend, what is going on, then you are good. You can easily identify the error, what is going on, why it is not getting success. If it is success, then fine, no one will ask. If it is failure, then the people will come and ask, what was you done? What steps you followed before installing? And all those things you need to answer for that. That's the reason you should always remember what is going on and what steps is going to install for the prerequisites script. Got it? Understand, right? Once you run the script, it will work like this, and if it is success, operation succeeded. Prerequisite script execution is ended. Once you get this message, you can close that. That means the prerequisite script is completed. Then replace the self-signed certificate created by the installation automation script. The web certificate issued by the Trusted Certificate Authority. We required one certification mandatory. This I will show you how to do while doing that. Once that is done, then we can install the signed SSL certificate. I don't know if we need to get that SSL certificate, which is available or not. The IS server must be configured to only accept HTTP connections always. This is a manual setup which we're supposed to do. The only one thing is a manual in the PVDU, that is IS server. Must be configured only the HTTPS connections. Here you can able to see right where it is here. The second one, add site binding. Here you can see the HTTPS. We have to give them the HTTPS all unassigned IP address, whatever it is. You can give the certificate here. Certificate is mandatory here. License is different. Certificate is different. License which we need to purchase from the CyberArk. Certificate they will give us once you purchase. Once you brought from the CyberArk, they will give us some certificates in the 25 something. That will not work. CyberArk itself will give us the certificate also. That is the subject. Charges for that. No certificate they will give us. That is the inbuilt package. CyberArk, always whenever you are remembering, whenever someone will ask question, that is depends upon company. If your company is well tired with CyberArk, they will give very cheaper price. If you are not even connecting with CyberArk, you are directly going and connecting with CyberArk, they will charge highly. That is the prices because we cannot define this is the exact price, but certificate is always free. Once you purchase the license, maybe sometimes I'm not sure 100% of it. Sometimes they may ask money, but you have to say we already purchased the license. There is some limitations 25 or 30, 50 like that. Now, whatever the license which we are having in the lab, that is only for 25 members. Tongue counts. The PVO installation. Once this is done, we can simply do the installation. Then, once you done the installation, once you start the installation, after running the setup phase, just go to the next and do. And configure the configuration files destination where you want to keep that. You can keep that in the C folder where if you need the configuration files, destination folder can be changed to an alternative drive level tab. You can change it. That's not a big deal. Install full web access, full mobile password, whatever you want. You can select both and select CyberArk here authentication method, authentication tab. Give the CyberArk. If required, you can give the LDAP also. If no authentication type is selected, the user will be unable to authenticate to the world using the PVW. How to give it these many options the CyberArk PVW is having. You can select whatever you require. These are the one type of authentication. There is a third party. Cognito is one of the authentication method and Okta is one of the authentication method and Radios is one of the authentication method. And RSA token, you might have it right. That is one of the authentication method. These are the other companies which they are providing. That maybe we can integrate to this. We have to integrate first. How we LDAP. These are the services it is inbuilt with the CyberArk. They are already having this authentication method. But whenever you want to see for my company, I will tell you my company. My company doesn't have Okta authentication type in the CyberArk. What happened? They integrated with CyberArk, then start doing the Okta integration, Okta authentication. Now, but whenever you want the user will connect, you should go with Okta authentication. These are the authenticators. Word is only one word. Even ping also authenticator. These are the authenticators. Kingo custom PKI pin. Microsoft Intra. Correct. There are many options. There are many things are the authentication method. But CyberArk will give the options here. We can select that. We can see that while doing the installation. How many authentication types are there and what needs to be selected? But as of now, we are going to select CyberArk and LDAP. That's the reason I think most of the companies will select those things, but other companies which I was worked earlier, one company, there I was selected as a token while doing the installation as per the company's requirement. Default authentication type can be selected here and at later stage also if you are required. But while doing that you can give the two. You can select the two authentication types here. Always better. Vault connection details. We have to give the vault address. Keep it vault address. IP address always while doing the installation of the PVOA and vault port and number. We have to select the port number and give the PVOA URL. And the PVOA URL is also automatically what URL you have given that you can paste. Possibly you can paste. We can use that also. That's fine. Because you already created, right? That's the reason. Otherwise we can create also. We can update pvvoe. Your company name, or you can give the cloud.corp and the password. Just give this only, cloud.am.corp. Domain name. Once when load balancing, it is that for that purpose which we are taking the PVOA URL here. Enter username and password. We have to give the administrator username and password. Once that is done, you can finish that. Once you install, we can able to see the pvoa install.log file, pvoa install, all those things. You can type that them. You can able to see these files where the logs are located. You can see that. Fine guys. And we will start doing the installation of the PVOA now. Once we've done that, we can check. We can discuss that. That's how to do these things. We can discuss. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.